What's going on, guys? This is Damien from The Lookout and welcome to our Market Watch video where we're gonna go over set 19 stuff and stuff for the finals and hopefully save you from some very shit advice that we have seen on YouTube. But before we begin this video, hit that like and subscribe button. We are on our way to 1,500 subs. We're super close. We might just get there by the 26th. And yeah, that's it. Roll the video.
Card market is Europe's largest platform for all TCGs. Always find the right cards by buying and selling them across Europe with other players and collectors. Be it singles, boosters, booster boxes, or any other accessories, you name it. Card market is the place to get them safely, securely, and readily available.
As always, let's start with a breakdown. So the goal of this video is to give you constructive advice on how to spend your money going into set 19 and into the finals. I'm never going to tell you to buy now, because buy now is usually awful advice and it's not constructive at all. So I'm instead going to show you some of my predictions for set 19. I'm going to show you some buyouts of staples and some cards, usually staple cards, that are currently on low stock. So if you're someone who is looking to get those final staples just before the finals roll around, this is the video for you. The video is mostly based, to be honest, on the card market and European market. Hopefully the NA market is very close, so all of you NA players might find this advice useful. Finally, if you're an investor, I'm going to go over some ideas for investments. I'm going to go over my predictions for investments for set 19, and hopefully I will help you save money, because no one wants to lose money. A brief disclaimer before we begin. So once again, some cards are guesses. My predictions are mostly guesses, but they are based on historical data. We'll focus on the finals and set 19. And some buyouts have happened already and I will be mentioning them. Some buyouts just happened yesterday. So this is super fresh information. But as you know, if a buyout happened, the only thing that I can do now is make you aware of it, so that you know how to manage your money if a staple got bought out. That's it. I want to start with a little rant. I might get a bit emotional, but super players, no hard feelings. I love the editing in your videos. I love your editing. That's really, kudos, a lot of effort. But this latest financial video, this is the most atrocious financial advice that I have ever seen. It is embarrassingly bad. Embarrassingly bad. What they are telling you guys is, because of the newest Gogeta Exodia deck, you should go and buy SSB Gogeta Fusion Onslaught. Just go buy the collector's version, go buy the SPR, it's gonna be gone, quickly go buy it. Buy it now before anyone else does. You need this in the deck. You don't need it in the deck. The card doesn't even work in the deck. It's not even a part of the deck. It has nothing to do with it. It's the wrong 8 drop that they're talking about. But this is complete misleading. But it's over there in the thumbnail, buy it now, quickly guys, buy it. As content creators, we have obligation towards our community to help them financially manage through the game, to help them with deck advice, to help them, with card advice, how to play stuff, what to look for, metagame and stuff, not to mislead them. What they are doing here, guys, super players, if you're watching this video, what you're doing here is you're actively misleading your community. And anyone who takes this advice into consideration is going to waste their money. So bad super players, bad advice, don't listen to that. Now let's go into the video. Let's start off on a positive note by telling people that they shouldn't invest heavily into this set because it's a low value set. I'm sorry, but the idea is that other than SCRs and the Gohan rares, there's nothing of value here. The product is good. The set is good. Archetypes are great. Broly is great. Gogeta is great. Gohan is amazing. There is a lot of fun here. There is a lot of cool decks. But for financial value, for just buying and flipping the product, no. Don't do this with this product. there isn't a lot of payoff for buying the boxes and then just opening them and thinking, oh, I'm just gonna score like a whole bunch of money. That's not happening. Yeah, a lot of stuff aren't super valuable. There are some cool cards in it, but for investment purposes, this isn't a good investment. It's not. It's going to be stabilized very soon and it's going to drop down to the same price as every other set. So don't invest into it expecting to earn money. For comparison, let's look at set 18. Set 18 was like, buy this, there is the god rare inside, the special rares are amazing, Gogeta is inside, and look at it now. It's barely moving. I have warned you in my previous video that set 18 is a bust. It's a bust. It's one of those sets that's gonna get bought so much because of the god rare, and everyone's gonna have so many cards from it that, you know, just buying it in an effort to flip it later, in case that like someone wants to try to open the god rare, which is actually a pretty bad card, so it's not worth it. And I've told you that it's not worth it, and here we are. The stock isn't moving. It's pretty low. I mean, like now it's around like 10 euros more, 10 euros above the original selling point of 75. But that's it. There is no upper movement. The stock isn't selling. Everyone just bought singles. And that's it. The god rare didn't save this set financially. And the upcoming set doesn't even have the god rare. So yeah, I don't think that you should be investing into set 19 and thinking that you'll be able to make money flipping those boxes. Now, important info, let's go into good things. Important info about set 19. In case that you didn't know, this set has a set of special Gohan rares. These guys are going to, I think they're going to be taking the SPR slot, I'm not sure, but they are highly collectible and they're actually good. They're highly collectible, good cards. What does this mean? Should you invest into them? Let's take a look. When it comes to these Gohan rares, they won't be as valuable as you might think. So once again, don't trust the buy now, invest now thumbnails. That's the core message of this video. These Gohan rares aren't going to be super expensive. They will be around the same price point as iconic attack rares. At least maybe the more expensive ones. So in Europe, 10 euros max, maybe one creeps to 15 if it's like in a tier 0 deck, tier 1 deck, but they're not gonna be super expensive. And another thing to point out, just because they are a special set of rares, like iconic attack rares, they aren't safe from reprints. Iconic attack rares got reprinted multiple times. Not all of them, but a decent part of them. So don't buy them, don't invest into them. I'm not telling you not to buy them. For play purposes, buy them definitely. But don't invest into them thinking of earning money later, because they will get reprinted. At some point they will get reprinted, just as iconic attack rares have been reprinted. So please keep this in mind going forward. Let's dive into SCRs. Once again, don't trust buy now thumbnails. This Gohan is going to be valuable, but it's not going to be the next apex of power. It's not going to be the next victory strike. This guy is super good. It will be very valuable, but it will land on the good secret rares higher end of price points. It's not going to be like 1000 euros after a year. That's not gonna happen. That's probably never gonna happen again. So this one, very valuable. This is one of your 2 chase secret rares. It's a highly collectible item, but it's not going to be, you know, apex levels of expensive. But it's a good secret rare, and it's amazing in the Beast Gohan deck, in the Gohan Superhero deck. So if you manage to open this one, congratulations, you just got a great card. The one that's actually going to cost a lot of money is Cell Max SCR. This one will be very, very valuable. Why? Well, because in my opinion, And as I've said at the start of the video, these are mostly guesses. But in my opinion, Cell Max is to green what SSB Vegeta is to red and what Baby Hatch is to blue. This is your best SCR in the color. The SCR is amazing. That's why it's gonna cost a lot. It's going to be one of those 120 plus euro SCRs. Most likely. The only thing holding it back is green. So if green is ever good, and if this card is really like, oh my god, this is amazing, we need this. I mean, if green is ever good, green is okay. But if green is ever like top tier, and if it's running this SCR, yeah, it's gonna be expensive. And green is going to be good in the next set. Broly is amazing. However, don't expect this SCR, once again, don't expect this SCR to be, you know, the next Apex or the next Victory Strike. You're not gonna buy it and then sell it for 1,500 euros or something like that in the next 2 years or so. You're never gonna sell it for that amount of money. So once again, amazing SCR. I think this one will be more expensive than Beast Gohan just because it's much more generic, but it's not gonna be, you know, an investment. I'm gonna buy it and I'm gonna flip it later for a lot of money. That's not gonna happen. But a great card nonetheless. Finally, let's try to predict the next buyout from set 19. It's gonna be the first buyout from set 19. It's gonna be the Black Smoke Dragon. Black Smoke Dragon is a meta warping card. It's the card that pushes Unisons completely out of the game. And it's gonna be a forever sideboard for at least the next year until all of us are, you know, used to playing the game without Unisons. But what's more important is that this card doesn't have an SPR. So this is only an SR, which means that it's gonna be crazy expensive. Right now it's around 10 euros on pre-order, and cards that are around 10 euros usually fall somewhere to 4 to 5 euros in the next 2 days, 2 or 3 days before the first buyout happens. So have this in mind. If you're a player from Europe, try to get these guys early on. You don't need a playset. You'll never need a playset, but let's say 2 pieces, 2 or 3 pieces for the sideboard, depending on the future of, you know, the game and future meta games. But yeah, this is my prediction for the buyout. Now we're entering the second portion of the video, the finals/nets. In this part, we will be going over last minute buyouts, potential buyouts, you know, card stock, and things that you might want to try to get before it's gone. We will combine both NA and EU info because NA has the set 19 legal, so some of this information might be important for you guys as well. But mainly I'm focusing on European region because I'm using prices from card market. But if you're from the NA, feel free to just take this information and apply it to TCG player and check the status of cards over there. Let's dive into this second part. First off, potential buyouts. One of them happened already, I think. It's SSB Gogeta critical combination because of the newest Exodia Gogeta deck. Playtime's over because of the Magenta. Yeah, I'm sorry if I cause Playtime's over buyout. I'm really sorry. And SS4 Broly, the secret rare. These 3 are potential last minute buyouts. Gogeta is already disappearing from card market. Go secure your copies if you want to play the Exodia Gogeta deck. Broly and Gogeta are for the EU, but while Playtime's over is more of an NA prediction because Magenta will be legal. I think Magenta will be legal. I'm not sure. No, actual Magenta won't be legal, but still you might want to secure Playtime's over if you're from the NA. And of course if you're from the EU as well. The card that is most likely to get bought out is Critical Combination. There are only a few copies left on card market and there will be a few copies left by the time this video releases. They aren't super cheap. I think they're already around like 10 euros for English versions. Go get them as fast as you can. This card was never reprinted. And as far as we know, it's not going to be reprinted in any product that's going to be, you know, given away at tournaments or something by the end of this year. So this is the only printing. If you don't have it, go get it ASAP. If you're looking to sell it, if you have it and you're not using it and you're looking to get some money before the finals, this is the card that you want to sell, because people are now looking for it and the stocks of this card are pretty low. Speaking of low stocks, when it comes to low stock cards, Shen Noble Supremacy is almost gone, and Sidra, the Sidra Warpland, is also almost gone. So if you're from the EU, there are only a couple of copies left. If you don't have them, go and secure your copies. Once again, neither one of these cards has been reprinted, and Shen is looking to be one of those cards that's going to be a sideboard staple for a very long time. So if you don't have it yet, go and secure it. But keep in mind, it's not cheap. Like, Sidra is around 20 to 25 euros for the cheapest English version. Shen, I'm not sure. I think Shen is around 8, maybe 10, if there are any copies left by the time this video is out. But if you don't have them, go and secure your copies. Lastly, I want to talk about some recent buyouts. I published a warning that Dirty Burst is getting bought out. Guys, I always have your back when it comes to European market. Dirty Burst is gone. There are only a few copies left. If you don't have it for some reason, go grab at least 2 copies of it. Go get them. Son Goku Godly Yora is gone completely. By the time that this video is out, I think all copies are gone. You can buy some of them for like 15 euros, but it's a pretty high investment for this Exodia deck that only took 1 tournament. The deck is amazing, we will cover it tomorrow, but it's a pretty high investment. That's what I'm saying. However, these are the 2 latest buyouts. I want to say something quickly about Dirty Burst before we complete this video. Investors, don't jump on the Mythic Booster box and just buy a whole bunch of them because Dirty Burst is inside. This box has been falling in price for a year now. Dirty Burst being bought out isn't going to save it. So it's okay to buy it, you know, for personal collection. It's okay to buy it in hopes of pulling a Mythic box. You can check out some stores like here on Card Market, or you can check out Jakub's store, link is in the description below. But don't heavily invest into these, because you'll just be wasting your money. The price will just keep falling. So yeah, Dirty Burst got bought out. Don't buy the product that has the Dirty Burst thinking that you can flip it. It's one of those cards that can just get reprinted. So be careful with your money. Don't listen to people who are telling you to buy out Mythic Booster boxes. That's a money trap. Let's summarize the video. For set 19, Gohan rares are amazing, but they won't be super expensive. They will be like iconic attack rares. They won't be like 50 euros a piece. That's not gonna happen. And they can be reprinted just as iconic attack rares were reprinted. Nothing but the Smoke Dragon looks like something that's gonna be bought out. So for buyout protection, I would go and buy a couple of copies of Smoke Dragon. For nets and finals, some key cards like Dirty Burst and Shin have been bought out in the Gogeta BR craze. Dirty Burst will drop eventually. It will drop eventually, because there's still a ton of Mythic Boosters out there, unopened, somewhere in stores, you know, there's gonna be an income of Dirty Bursts at some point. But Shin probably won't drop. Unless Shin gets reprinted somewhere, this card isn't going to drop. So secure them if you don't have them. And finally, the message of this video is avoid awful financial advice on the internet. Think twice before spending your money. If someone is telling you buy things now, you know, in thumbnails and just like, hey guys, go buy this, and then they're showing you like the biggest prices, promising you turn money, that's bad advice. So think twice before spending and avoid awful financial advice on the internet. I believe in you, you can do this. That's it for the video. Let me know in the comments below, has this advice been helpful to you? Are you someone who listens to buy now advice? If you are, don't listen to it. Anyway, leave a comment down below. Tell me, what do you think of these buyouts? Did you manage to secure some of these cards before they got bought out? Have I missed something from set 19 that might get bought out? If you have any ideas, you know, any predictions and stuff, leave it in the comments. Some people might not realize something. Maybe I've missed something. all advice on how to spend money properly, on buyout predictions, and all of this. Correct advice helps the community. And that's the most important thing, because getting money is hard and spending money is super easy. So we should spend it smart. Anyway, hit that like and subscribe button. We are on our way to 1,500 subs. And if you want to hang out, we will be live streaming at 22 Central European Time on Friday. We'll be talking about set 19. This has been Damien from The Lookout, and I'll see all of you in the next video.